Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.
Welcome to Today Africa, where we bring you inspiring conversation with individuals shaping the future of the continent. And joining me today is Funmilayo Esther Famuyiwa. She's the founder of Ayosifam Integrated Service Limited, based here in Nigeria. Fumi, you are welcome.
Thank you so much for having me in Today Africa. It's a pleasure to be here to join you this morning. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, could you please tell us about yourself? Who is Funmilayo Esther Famuyiwa?
Funmilayo Esther Famuyiwa is a zoologist turned social entrepreneur. So I'm a social entrepreneur and a data analyst. I'm also a certified data analyst. So I'm also a climate advocate. Yes, I'm a climate advocate. So that is who I am. Yes, a social entrepreneur, a climate advocate, and a data analyst. So that is Funmilayo for you.
You read zoology in school,
yes,
and currently you are in the agri space. In 2018, you registered your business. So what inspired you into starting your business or into venturing into the agri space?
That's a very good question. Thank you for asking that question. So, like I said, like you mentioned earlier, that I registered the business in 2018. And what really inspired the business is this. So, around 2015, I actually moved from the urban area to a rural area. So, I saw how farming activities were going on in that environment, how the farmers find it so difficult to transport their produce from that area down to the town for people to buy this product. So I saw how the middlemen will come, when they have harvested already. I saw how the middlemen will come and just buy it at anyhow price from all these farmers. So from there, that ignited something in me, that is there something I can do? Since I'm about rounding up in the university, then I was already in my 400 level while I moved to that rural area. So I was like, okay, is there something I can do to actually help these farmers? Instead of me finishing school and going out there to be looking for a white collar job, which then I don't even know where to even start from. Let us just be sincere. I don't know where to start from. So I have the thought of, okay, what can I do to help myself to do something? So that was what actually brought Ayosifam there. Okay, let me take cassava from these farmers, turn it into garri. At least while we fry the garri, we sell 2,000 naira per day, and at least I'll have something to support my family as well. So that was the thought. That was what gave out to Ayosifam Integrated Service Limited. So helping the farmers solve the problem of their post-harvest loss, the middleman extortion. Okay, let us add value to this crop, to this cassava, and also I'll be able to earn a living and employ more people as well. So that's how the story went, and that gave out to Ayosifam Integrated Service Limited.
You said you moved from the urban area to the rural area. Is it that you moved with your family? Okay.
I moved with my family. Okay. Backstory. I got married in my 200 level break. During the 200 level break, I got married. So I actually had my first child in my 400 level. So after getting married, after everything, things actually were not going on well. So life happens, and we have to leave that area that we are living there, and where we can afford is the rural area. So that was what informed us moving away from the urban area to the rural area.
First, I need to appreciate you for accepting to move from urban area to the rural area. Let's be sincere, it's not everyone that will do that, including guys. Let me not talk about ladies. Including guys who will attempt to move from the urban area to the rural area.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you for that. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Ayosifam. Tell me more about Ayosifam, the services and the products.
Okay, yes. So I forgot to mention earlier that I'm also the co-founder of Ayosifam Integrated Service Limited. Yes. So at Ayosifam, what we do is to help health-conscious individual to embrace a healthier lifestyle by processing cassava and sweet potato into gluten-free food products. So we take this produce from the local farmers, the cassava and sweet potato from the local farmers. We take it down to our factory, we process it and package it into high quality food products. So we have sweet potato flour, fufu flour, cassava flour. Well, we also have cassava flour. We also have what we call CASMA flour. So the CASMA flour is a blend of rice, maize, and also cassava flour. So these are the products that we actually innovate food products to help health conscious individuals live a more healthier lifestyle. That's what we do at Ayosifam. And what we also do, the service we also provide is for the farmers. Having worked with the farmers over the years, it's not just enough taking the produce from the farmers. So there are still some support that these farmers lack at the rural level that we are also bridging that gap. So we provide extension service for the farmers. We provide extension service for the farmers. We also provide inputs. We also provide personal protective equipment for all the smallholder farmers. And what we also do at ISFAM is to actively seek for collaboration and partnerships just to make sure that we help the smallholder farmers. And one that we got recently is with a company to actually help them in soil regeneration, to help the farmers in regenerating the soil, and also help them to also earn while they are also regenerating the soil. We are also helping our planet. The farmers also earn from this activity as well. So these are the things that we do at Ayosifam to ensure that, okay, well, we achieve that food security that we are talking about.
One day you wrote something on your social media, on LinkedIn specifically, about how you used your NYSC certificate to take a loan from Bank of Industry.
Yeah,
And
I do.
that is a very big risk. What really motivated you to taking such risk? Knowing fully well the kind of economy that we find ourselves, that starting a business doesn't guarantee that the business will be successful. So what motivated you to taking such risk?
Oh, thank you so much for that wonderful question. And I mentioned something earlier that while in my 400 level, I have started thinking about life after school. So then when actually look back, look to the left, look to the right, look to the front, look to my back, I was not sure of even getting a job after school, to be sincere. I wasn't that sure. So when that opportunity came that, okay, you can actually give your certificate, drop this certificate as a collateral, and we give you 2 million non-interest loan. We give you 2 million non-interest loan to start that business idea that you have. Okay, as a saving corp member, then okay, if you have any business idea, come and submit your application. So after submitting the application, if you vet this application and we know that yes, it's something we can venture, we can also put our money into. So 2 million naira non-interest loan is yours, and you pay for over a period of I think it was 4 years. So over a period of 4 years, you pay. So I believe that it is easier for me to take that risk rather than taking the risk of carrying that same certificate and be looking for a job. So it was easier for me to go to take that risk. Okay, give me the 2 million. Let me see what I can be able to do with the 2 million and transform it into something. Rather than carrying my certificate about like that without getting anything. So that was actually what actually pushed me into doing that, taking that particular decision at that point.
That is good. Let's talk about the challenges that you faced after taking that 2 million, because every venture comes with challenges. So what were the challenges you faced in the beginning and how did you overcome them?
Okay, thank you so much for that question as well. Yeah, the first challenge I encounter after taking that 2 million naira is getting my products to the market. Not just only to the market, to the right people that actually knows the value of my products and they have the financial capacity to purchase that product. It was really a big challenge. I did not know anything about entrepreneurship. I did not know that trade, buying and selling is different from being an entrepreneur. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, not just buying and selling. So I did not know. The idea I have is okay, let me start garri production. it is everybody that eats garri. Every home, at least 9 in 10 homes in Nigeria, they have garri in their home. So I was so sure that yes, once I start producing garri, I will sell. But now I started producing. I have my bags of garri there. I couldn't sell. So that was the first challenge I encountered. So not able to reach my target customer, not able to know that I have to segment my target. I have to get to reach those people that I know that yes, they know the worth of my products. In Ilorin, my factory is located in Ilorin. The garri that we have in Ilorin usually have sand. It is not clean. It is not of the size. It is not even. It's not of even size. There are shards there. That is what people are used to. So, but now I am coming in, I'm producing a very clean garri that is sound free, that is with even shape and sizes. So, but that means it will be more expensive. It is a premium product to what the other people have in the market. The sand, the one that have sand. So now getting those people, those premium customers now becomes a major challenge for me. And as I just started, I just want to sell. So for me to now get to know that no, you have to segment your market. You have to know the people you are targeting. You have to know your market, your target audience. You cannot sell to everybody. So that is what I learned on the process of doing this business. So, and in overcoming this, like you said, what I do after attending some entrepreneurship training, I attended a lot of training, quite a lot of training to be able to position myself well in the market. And then I got to know that, no, you have to segment your market. Who are you selling to? Where can you get these people? So that was what pushed us into getting a NAFDAC certification for the product. So I was able to get a NAFDAC certification for the garri product. If this product is well packaged and have a NAFDAC certification, I'll be able to distribute to everywhere in the States and even beyond Nigeria. I'll be able to distribute my product to them. And anybody going to the supermarket will not be asking for the price. They just want good product. They just want something good for themselves. They will just pick on the shelves and just go. So that was when I understand that, okay, these are the kind of people I need for the products that I'm selling. So, and as I was also going in the business, I discovered that, okay, product diversification is key. You cannot just be selling garri. Okay, what if people are not buying garri? You must have other products to complement this product. So that is what actually gave birth to 5 more products. So we started with just the garri, just frying garri in the traditional way. And along the line, we were able to introduce some other technology in also making sure that our product is very clean, it is sand free, and we are giving our customers that quality that they really want. So that's how I've been able to navigate all those challenges.
You have said a lot of things, going to training, being able to understand the different segments of your market and your target customers. And that is leading me for us to talk about your marketing strategy. So what strategies or marketing strategies have worked in attracting and retaining your customers?
Let me talk about the current strategy that we are using now, and it's really working. So earlier this year, the another thing that we adopt into our marketing strategy is to use is to start social media advertisement ads. So we start running ads on Instagram, on Facebook, on other platforms. So, and that particular ad make us understand the exact space that our product is needed. So we're able to know that, okay, more customers are coming from this state, more customers are coming from this state. So what do we need to do to be able to retain all these customers that are coming? So the major thing that we added this particular year and is really giving us results is the social media advertisements that we started. The social media, because we've actually tried so many ways before. So like there was a time we also did a radio jingle on 2 radio stations in Ilorin here, in Ilorin Kwara State here, just to see how, although that's also converted, but not as the way the social media ads is converting. So for the social media ads now, we are not just we are not just getting just individual customers, we are getting bulk orders, people that need this product in bulk, people that also want to repackage and also sell. So the social media ads enable us to get to this particular customers. So I would say the targeted ad really worked for us. And from there, we're able to get people that want to distribute our products. So we're able to get the distributors. Other than the way we have been marketing only in Ilorin before. So now we are able to actually spread our tentacles to other states. as a result of engaging in a targeted ad. So on all our social media platforms. So this has really been helpful for us, and it is really working.
All right, you made mention of something that really caught my attention. You said some people buy in bulk and repackage. That means they repackage with their own branding.
Yes, yes, they do that. They repackage in their own brand name.
You people must be producing large quantity of garri for people to buy and repackage in their own brand name.
Yes, yes. We are actually have we have the facility to produce about 500 kg per day. So although we have the facility to produce about 1,000 kg per day, but the one we are utilizing currently is about 500 kg per day. We are utilizing 500 kg per day. So we are still hoping we'll be able to fully utilize the capacity of all those equipment that we have. But for now, we have not been able to fully to fully do that. So, and it is not just only the garri that people buy in bulk. So like the sweet potato flour, people also buy in bulk the fufu flour, the cassava flour. So we even have more people buying in bulk for the fufu flour and the cassava flour. So for that one, we have more of a bulk purchase for that particular product. So it is not just only the garri that we are selling in bulk. We sell all other products in bulk as well.
All right. Let's talk about your co-founder. People find it difficult working with another person in a business. So how did you meet your co-founder, and what really convinced you that he or she was the right person to venture into this business with?
Okay, all right. Thank you so much for that question. You can see that smile, right? Okay, my co-founder is my husband. So my husband is my co-founder. So when the business was registered in 2018, so it was just an enterprise, just a business name. So but along the line, for you to be able to keen into some opportunities, you have to go beyond just as a business name and move up to a limited liability company. So when we get to that point, that you know that yes, for us to be able to key into certain opportunity, we have to upgrade from just the business name to being a limited liability company. So that was when my husband came in, and now he is also a co-founder on the business. So we are both running the business together.
So how you people doing that without conflict of interest? Because it's not easy running a business, especially with your spouse. So how do you people manage that?
Let me first also mention what you said earlier, that it is not easy. It's not easy because two people coming together, we actually grew up differently, different from a different we from a different home. Now we are coming together now to become one, not just one. Now we are now running a business together. So I would say the basic thing that has worked for us is communication. Is communication. So we make sure we communicate effectively with each other. And the way we are running our business, we are not running it because okay, it is a family business. Okay, we are the one. You are my wife, you are my husband. No, when we are in the house, we are husband and wife. But when we step out in the factory, everybody knows each. Okay, this is my role. I'm the chief executive officer. My husband is the chief operating officer. So you have to ensure that okay, you want to go and pick the raw materials, every raw materials that is needed for a particular produce, for a particular order, everything is in order. We want to take out order. Everybody know okay, this is my space, this is my role, and we are performing effectively in each role. But like I said, the basic thing is effective communication. We try as much as we can to communicate and communicate and communicate. So wherever he has one, maybe he's bringing one opinion. We have to do this. You have to be able to convince me the reason why we must do this thing for this business. So if I'm also bringing anything on the table, I should be able to convince him as well. This is the reason why we need to adopt this. This is the reason why we need to do this. Okay, what do you think we need to do? So we are not running it as if we are husband and wife, just husband and wife. When we are at home, we are husband and wife. But when we step out to get to the factory, we know that no, we are working for this business. We are not at home now, but we are in a workspace. So I think when each person understands their role and responsibility, it will be very easier for us to be able to work together. Another key thing is, if you are looking out for a co-founder, you have to understand your own strengths, and okay, what is my strength? Okay, I have the strength in this space. Okay, this is where I am weak. It is that particular weakness that you have to have somebody to complement that particular space. So you have to have somebody to complement that space. You know you are weak in this area. So your co-founder should also have strength in that area that you are weak. So if you are doing it that way, you'll be complementing each other. You will not just be fighting on something, because you understand that this is my strength, and he understand that this is my strength. So we are working to complement each other, not we are not competing. Let me use that word. We are not competing with each other on the business, but we are working to complement each other and make sure that this business works.
That's amazing. Communication, like you said, is very, very important, not just in any business, in any relationship whatsoever. Okay, let's talk about the raw produce that you just mentioned, getting the
Okay.
raw produce. So how do people arrange or get this raw produce?
All right. Thank you for that question. So for the raw materials, when we started the business earlier, we have faced the challenge of the scarcity of raw materials. So it is something that has really hit us very deep during that period. But when challenges arise like that, you have to come together as a team, not just me. You have to come together as a team to know that yes, this is a problem. How do we solve it? And what we have done in our own way of solving is to go to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development in Kwara State. So we went to the Extension Agent Department. Okay, you are the people that are relating with the smallholder farmers. How do we get to the smallholder farmers, so that we be getting our produce directly from them, and we can be sure of a constant supply of these raw materials? So I would say that we have been able to actually we have that partnership with Kwara State Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. So we are working together with the extension agents. So that is why I said earlier that there are some support we also provide for the farmers as well. We don't have the money to employ extension agents in our own company, but we can partner with people that already have these systems in place to also come and complement what we do. So this is what we have been able to do, to go to the Ministry of Agriculture, reach out to those people that we know that can help us. So they are the ones that help us reach these customers. And as I speak now, I can categorically tell you that we have a network of over 500 farmers. So a database of over 500 farmers in our network. And we'll also be supporting them. We'll also be supporting these farmers with inputs. We support them with some training this particular year as well. And also we'll be able to position them to also earn carbon credits. So these are the things that we do to make sure that we are getting constant supply of raw materials from the farmers.
Our economy is diving to where we don't really know. And the government is not currently helping matters. So how has the Nigeria economy affected your business?
It has really affected us in a number of ways, because as at now, we cannot fix price. When we fix price, when you make inquiry for the price, we tell you for this price, it is just valid for 48 hours. Because if you are going back to take the raw materials, the next time you are going for the raw materials, the price has changed. It might not even be for the raw materials. It might be fuel again. You might have fuel issue. The fuel might have increased. So for the cost, the cost of making the previous product, once you are making another product, something might have crop up that will increase that cost of that particular new product that you are bringing about. So you now telling your customers, tomorrow you are selling at this price, the next tomorrow you are selling at this price. That is also a bit challenging. So the economy of the country is not even smiling at all. It's not smiling at all. And another thing that is doing is that the potential buying power of people is also reducing on daily basis. So there is a limit for you to be able to increase your price. You haven't increased your price, they are not able to buy. If you increase your price beyond the another limit again, how will they be able to purchase this thing? So the economy of the country is not just affecting us, it's also affecting the people we are selling to, our consumers. is affecting them. If the consumers don't have that the financial capacity to buy that produce, and we are producing, we will not also not be getting the profits that we need to get and the revenue we need to generate as a company. So the economy of the country generally is not just affecting us as a food processor. The farmers are also affected. The farmers are affected when they want to the amount they use in preparing their farmland now is now on a very high side to what they used to prepare their land before. So everything, everything, and for the business to work, it is not just only the equipment that we need, the people, the farmers, so the consumers, they are there. So, and if the economy of the country is not suitable for all of us, that means all of us, we are affected in this value chain that we are. So the economy is not smiling at all. But in all, we are trying our best to make sure that we actually keep our head high and we keep pushing in the business and keep navigating. We keep navigating the process to ensure that we come out stronger.
What strategies are you using to keep navigating this situation, this economic situation that we find ourselves as a business?
Like I mentioned earlier, that one of the strategies, okay, we have to calculate our cost very well. So if you are making inquiry or you are asking us for the price now, we tell you the price is valid for 48 hours. So that when you are ready to buy and you are coming with that old price that we give you, you should know that we already tell you that this price we gave you is already valid for 48 hours. So you know there might be a review of the price, because if you are not reviewing the price, you are not doing this, we might be running at a loss as a company. So this is another strategy that we have been able to put in place. Another strategy that we also try to put in place is to buy our raw materials in large quantity. Although for the kind of raw materials we use, after 3 days, it is after 3 days, degradation is started to set in and it will deteriorate, and you might not be able to use these raw materials again. So what we do is to buy the cassava in the farms. We buy the cassava from the farmers, we buy it in the farm. So when we are ready to harvest, we go there, we harvest this cassava, and for the sweet potato as well. So these are the ways that we try as much as we do to make sure that we actually navigate this, because the raw materials is very key to the amounts that we sell these products. The raw materials is very, very key to the amount we sell the product. So if we are able to make sure that, okay, our supply chain, we are able to strengthen our supply chain. So strengthening our supply chain will also help us as a company as well. So these are the things that we have been able to put in place to make sure that we actually strengthen our supply chain in the company.
Let's talk about your team. Entrepreneur, you're building your brand. And like you said, it's a well-registered company. So how are you able to build your team? I mean, building your team, the systems and processes that you put in place that helps in the smooth running of your business.
For that particular question, thank you so much. And I'll tell you that what we do is we are able to leverage on existing relationship. Relationship is very, very key, is very, very important. So for everybody that we come across, there are some services that we enjoy that we are not paying for, or because of the existing relationship. There are some services that, okay, if you want to pay for it, we cannot afford it. But because of the relationship we have with those people, we are able to actually have access to them, and they are able to help us to navigate that process and be a member of our team without expecting that it's a must that we pay them on monthly basis. I'll tell you, most of our team members, we are not paying them on monthly basis. They are not on the payroll. But when the need arises for them to step in, when the need arises for them to be able to do something for the company, they are always there to help. They are always there to help. Okay, for example, now for the financial aspect, so for the auditor's report, for the auditing of our accounts, if we need any financial advice, we have somebody that we can run to, a chartered accountant attached to our company, that we can go to, but we are not paying that person. We are not paying that person. It's just, okay, at the end of the year, we have something for you as a company, then this. But he is not on our payroll. But for all the services that is rendering the advice, is giving us, it is not something that we can't even pay for it now. as at the stage that we are now, we can't pay for it. But because of the existing relationship that we have with this particular man, when the issue of the company came up, he was able to come on board as a team member. He was able to come on board as a team member. So we have other people like that too as well, that they're able to come on board. Okay, for the extension agents, the senior extension agent in our team is also we are leveraging on the existing relationship. We leverage on the existing relationship to have him on board as a team member. So the basic thing of everything I'm saying is that relationship is very, very important. And as small business owners, there are some services we cannot afford. That's the basic truth. You cannot afford this service, but are you able to leverage on the existing relationship that you have? If I attend accelerator programs, I attend trainings, I attend this. What I look out for, okay, who are the people that can complement what I'm doing? How can I have access to them? Because it is in the accelerator program. Some people that you meet in the accelerator program, if you just want to go and meet them, you cannot just have that direct access to them. But now a program is now bringing you together. Like I always advise small businesses like mine. Okay, you are still very small, yes, but you have to think big. Seek for opportunities, seek for leverage more on relationships. Leverage more on relationship at the point that you are now, that you know you are not able to pay for certain services. There might be someone sitting next to you that you need in your company that can come on board. So it is not necessary that, okay, I am the only, I want to own my business. I want to be the only owner of the business. You cannot walk that journey on your own. You can't walk it alone. So you have to leverage people. You have to leverage the expertise of people. You have to leverage that relationship to be able to bring that your company up and bring it to that level that you are dreaming of taking it. But the basic truth is we cannot walk that journey alone. The journey of entrepreneurship is a long one, and not just a long one, it's a very difficult one to navigate. You need people that have passed through that route to be able to lift you up and hold your hand.
You're a mom, you're a wife, and you're an entrepreneur. So how do you strike balance between these three key roles of being a mom, a wife, and an entrepreneur?
Ah, that question, I just want to say it is by the grace of God. It's by the grace of God I've been able to navigate that process. And another thing is, for me as an individual, I would say life has not been so easy. So life has taught me to be a very strong woman that I am today. Yes, I would say life generally has taught me to be who I am today. So I actually have the ability to do so many things at a time without getting tired. So I have that ability. So God gave me that ability to be able to do this, write application, be in the factory at night. You have to sit down, write application. You have to tend to the children's assignments, come back, tend to their assignments, prepare them for school very early in the morning. And as I am now, I don't have any house help. There's no house help, so I have to navigate taking care of the children, making sure they are okay, they are fine, making sure the assignment is done. Then at the same time, making sure things are also going well in the factory as well. And also making sure as a CEO to be able to bring more opportunities and more funding to the business as well. So these are the things I've been able to do, I've been able to navigate. So I would say it is by the grace of God. And I will also say it from the way I actually grew up. I actually grew up being a strong person to be able to do so many things at the same time. So maybe that was what has actually shaped me. Now that I find myself in that space to be able to do a lot of things together because of the way I have been trained right from childhood. So that helped me to be able to play very well in this role that I find myself.
All right. So how is your business doing today, and what does the future look like?
For the business, I would say the future is very bright for the business because if we are able to start with a 2 million non-interest loan, we have been able to pay the loan, and now the second facility we are also enjoying the second loan facility from Bank of Industry. And anyone that have tried entering Bank of Industry will know how difficult it is. So if as a small business, as Ayosifam, we have been able to navigate that process, not just one loan, the second loan. If we have been able to do that, and we have been able to move from just one product to about 6 products now. So the future is very bright for us, and the impact that we are making in the community also is an indication that the future is very bright for us as a company, because we are not just focused on the profits. We want to make profits. We are not just more focused. Yes, as a company, we need profits. We want to make profits, but the impact we are making outweighs the profits that we are outside of it that we are looking at. Empowering the smallholder farmers, empowering the rural women. We have women working with us. Most of our workers, they are all women. So we are giving these particular women a source of livelihood. They are able to go home every day with something to also cater for their family. So there are times that I might feel like, okay, why am I doing this thing? And there are times that some things will come up and I'll feel like, no, I don't think I can continue. But when I look at the impact that we are making at Ayosifam, I look at all these women. I'll say, so that means all these men will not come to work again once we close this place. So that means all of them will not come to work again. So, this thing has actually been something that's keep me going because of the impact that we are making. So it actually keeps me going in the business.
What are some key lessons that you have learned in your journey as an entrepreneur?
So as an entrepreneur, the first lesson that I learned is fail fast. You have to fail fast and you fail forward. So you fail fast and you fail forward. And another lesson that I also learned is you have to pay for, you want to gain access, be ready to pay to gain access. Because I actually learned this lesson in a very hard way. There are the kind of amounts that I've lost in the business. If I had paid for that access to somebody that has been in that field to put me through, I would not have lost that money. So as an entrepreneur, as a small business, look for people. You cannot look for somebody that has passed through that process. Go and clean to that person. The person you might be older than that person. The person might be older than you. But the kind of experience that person has in that field, if you want to go through the experience yourself, it will cost you a whole lot. So I will say that you don't have to walk the journey alone. From the experience that I've gained, you have to work with somebody in the field that you are to be able to navigate that process. What takes that person 10 years might eventually take you 6 months because of the experience this person will share to you. Because of the kind of because of at times you might even want to get certain equipment. This person will be able to advise you to know where to get this equipment and why you should not get that type of equipment that you think is the best for you to get. So these are all these things that I learned on this journey, that okay, if you want to fail fast, you fail fast and fail forward. And also, one thing that I've learned is for every challenges that comes our way, we have to learn a lesson. It's telling us a lesson. And for every challenges that is coming, as we are learning, we are moving from that spot that we are to another high level. We are moving from that spot that we are to another high level. So when you see challenges, you don't have to run away. Embrace every challenge. Learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can from this same challenge, because it is this same challenge that will propel you to that height that you want to get to. And another interesting thing that I've also learned is as you are solving one challenge, another challenge is coming up. So as you are solving one, be prepared for another one.
All right. So, what advice would you give to people, more especially women, who want to start their business?
For my fellow women who are in the business, or you are thinking of starting a business, so I want to encourage you that being a woman doesn't stop you from doing so many things, because I've seen people that when they are still single, the kind of zeal they have, the kind of passion they have, once they get married, it's reduced. And once they start having kids, I would say it's reduced from maybe 100% to about 10%. So it actually really goes down. So I want to encourage every woman out there that you can still be who you want to be, even if whether you are married or you are single. Don't allow being a married woman, or now that you are being married, to actually take that thing away from you. That passion that is really burning in you when you are still single, you want to do this, you want to help this, you want to have impact. But now that you are married, now you don't want to do much again, because you felt maybe it is your husband's responsibility to feed the family. it's his responsibility to do this, to do that, or maybe there are certain challenges as a woman that will really come up. But I will tell you that if you have that positive mindset to make that thing happen, it will definitely happen. Having kids, having a husband doesn't stop us as a woman from being who we need to be. So as a woman, I'm telling us today that being a woman doesn't stop us from being who God wants us to be. Let us stand up, let us rise up, let us gear up and be who we want to be. Let us be who we want to be. Thank you so much.
Today Africa Podcast is a podcast series where we interview African entrepreneurs and professionals and share the stories behind their businesses. In each interview, we ask how they got started, how they grew, and how they run their business today. The stories are inspiring and also provide specific advice and insight into starting a business. By sharing these stories, we want to help others get started.